I can't repeat what he just told me right there. Who we know. Man, this is an incredible honor for me, for sure. Something that I look forward to for a long time. You know, I've been to a bunch of these Hall of Fames, and I'm used to speaking in, you know, different places and different groups and sports shows and things like that, but tonight's a lot different for me. The challenge here is the people in this room. You know, you look around and there's, you know, obviously all the former inductees into the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, all these industry legends, icons in this industry. You know, Johnny Morris, the guy that, you know, I've known for a long time, and just seeing what he's done for our sport, for conservation, for the outdoors. And in the beginning, you know, all I am is just a kid that loved to fish, loved the outdoors. And, you know, when you have this group of people in a room like this, it's very intimidating. You know, I've got 5 tables of people here tonight, 4 or 5 tables, whatever, all my family, a lot of close friends, and I have so many friends in this industry that I have never been more nervous in my life, but for this night. And God, I'm so thankful for everybody, for everybody in this room, for everything that everybody's done. And you know, I'm getting up there. It's one of those deals where I had to, you know, to be inducted at this, you have to be 50. So I've been fishing now for 28 years, and I've seen a lot, and you know, I've done a lot. But in the beginning, you know, I'm just a kid that loved to fish. You know, I had that start because my parents took us fishing as a family. I've got 4 brothers and sisters, and that's what we did. I mean, I've got some notes. I don't want to mess anything up or screw anything up here, but I have to thank my parents for taking that opportunity in the beginning. You know, I mean, that's what we did, fish for bass in the early days. We just fished for whatever would bite, and that was how it all began. And beyond that, it was about the passion that I had. I mean, once I was introduced to fishing, all I wanted to do was fish. I would ride my bike to anywhere that I could go and find a spot. You know, knocking on farmers' doors to fish the pond, or you know, down to the trout stream. And early on, bass was my passion. You know, I caught my first bass, you know, when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. But what really changed me is the first smallmouth bass that I caught. My dad took me when I was 7 years old up on the company fishing trip to Lake Leelanau, and I caught my first smallmouth bass when I was 7. It was about a 10-incher, but it was a fish that still to this day leaves an impression in my mind. The way it pulled, the way it jumped, and that's why I've never been the same since in fishing for smallmouth bass. So it was an incredible experience to start off like that. But after that, you know, that's all I wanted to do. You know, I went to school, and the other kids were playing sports, they were doing things like that. I wanted to fish. I got into it. My high school baseball coach and I got into a giant argument because I was spending too much time fishing. How'd that work out? You know? He was thinking I needed to spend more time playing baseball, but you know, in the end, it really worked out well for me. I can't even read my notes without my glasses, man. It's you know, when I was that young kid and got into this deal, you know, I had a lot of people that helped me around me, and again, family is a big part of that. You know, I got into tournament fishing because my older brother, Randy, who's back here, got into a bass club. He got into Cal Valley Bass Club. And my first exposure to tournament fishing was he took me along with, you know, him when he was practicing for a tournament. And we'd go out and fish, and I had no idea about the concept of tournaments. And we'd go out and fish, and he'd catch 1 or 2, and we'd catch 1 or 2, and man, I want to keep catching them. And he'd say, no, we got to save it. I got to save it for this weekend for the tournament. And that was just a foreign concept to me. Why would you, when you're catching them, why would you ever quit? And, you know, he fished the tournaments and stuff, and I didn't really understand that then one time he decided to have me as a team partner. I was 14 at the time. And he paid for everything. Paid the entry fee, paid the gas, did everything we went to fish. It was at Pine Lake, a little local lake in Michigan. And we fished this tournament, and it was a cold fall day, and I caught 3 or 4 big bass, and he caught one little keeper all day long. Just one little keeper. I caught some pretty good fish. We came into the weigh-in. We ended up finishing second place, won $400 or $500 or something like that. And I thought, man, this is the coolest thing ever, that you can get paid to catch bass, something I love to do. That's all I wanted to do. What I didn't understand is, why shouldn't I get all the money? Because I caught all the bass. And the truth of that story is he had to talk to some of the other guys, had them. I was like, man, he's trying to pull something on me here, not giving me the money for me catching the fish. He didn't pay for everything. Is that, the other guys said, hey, in team tournaments, this is how it works. You split the purse, you do all this. And so, I learned a lot about tournament fishing pretty early on like that. And, after that, I fished a lot of, I joined the Cal Valley Bass Club, still going on today there at home. And, they taught me a lot. Every person that I fished with, I learned something different. You fish with a different club member, we fish different lakes. It wasn't long before I won the Angler of the Year in the club, my first season as a boater there. It really spiraled from there. I fished a lot of local tournaments, regional tournaments, and I, grew up reading Bassmaster magazine and watching guys, like Rick Clun and Larry Nixon and all these guys, Danny Brower, and I just wanted to see how they were. So I signed up to fish my first Bassmaster tournament in 1987. And boy, I got humbled in that first one. I drew out with a big name pro, took me to a heck of a boat ride in Chimot Bay, 1,000 Islands, and I just got my brains beat in. It was 10-foot waves out there. Back then we were running boats with 150s, and it was just a really rough experience. I caught one little bass my first day of competition in a Bassmaster event. And, I had a really good practice, felt I was going to do good. The next couple of days I caught them real good, and probably would have had a chance to do really, really well, or maybe even win that tournament if I wouldn't have had that first day experience. But what it taught me is to trust my instincts, to trust my own abilities, and I knew at that time that I could compete at the top level against the guys that I was scared to even walk up and talk to. Some of these guys came into my brother's store. I remember when Larry Nixon first came to my brother's store. It's DNR Sports in Kalamazoo. It's a great marine dealership, sporting goods store, and I learned a ton there growing up. I started working there when I was 11. When those guys first came, I was so nervous, embarrassed, I couldn't even go and talk to them. And since then, a lot of these guys have become my friends, they're mentors, they've helped me out. It's just been, it's been an incredible ride. Without a doubt, the biggest thing when I got started is I never thought I was going to do this for a living. I really thought that all I had was I just loved to catch bass, and I didn't think that it was a career. Nowadays I talk to kids every day, every show, these high school kids, college kids, they're coming up, that's all they want to do is fish for a living. And, that's their goal. This really wasn't really available. It's just like Gary was saying, it was a different time. And, now you see that all the time. I fished because I love the competition. I love to figure out what it took on any given day to get those little green dudes to bite. And that's what still drives me today, is it's not catching them, it's figuring it out. I love the competition. And I think that something that's probably instilled in our family, if anybody that knows our family knows that as a group we're pretty darn competitive. It doesn't matter if you're talking about, bago or cards or anything, everything's a competition. And I think that probably, a lot of that comes from my mom. If you know my mom, she's definitely strong-minded. Let's put it that way. So, and in this business and in this sport, family is everything. You have to have a ton of family support at home. You spend a lot of time on the road. You're traveling a lot, And when I started out with this passion for fishing as a kid, my parents never tried to squander that or squash that or anything. They didn't, do anything but encourage me. And as I started to get older and get into it, my dad, I got to use the family boat. I got to do a lot of things. They never paid an entry fee for me. They never wrote me checks for anything like that. I had to work for everything that I had to do. A lot of people probably didn't know that or realize that, but they did always support me. And again, I told you I have a ton of family here, a lot of great friends, and the one thing that's missing is my parents tonight. Man, we had all the plans for them to be here. This is the part I knew I was going to struggle with. Last week, my mom got a little bit sick and ended up in the hospital, and she's got some kidney stones and she had to have some stuff done in the hospital. She's at home. They're watching right now, and I would have loved to have them here because they're been my number one fans and supporters. Since day one, my dad used to travel with me, practicing for the tournaments back in the early days, and he helped me out a lot then. I said he didn't write me a lot of checks, but Dad would pay he'd buy some food bills and pay for some gas bills and things like that, and he supported me with it. So they celebrated their 59th anniversary yesterday. So. Again, I knew I was going to cry tonight, but my parents are just unbelievable, and then for our whole family, I know one of the things that I think is really special is our family is probably like most families. Not everybody's perfect, not everybody gets along all the time, but we do know and appreciate what it means to be together. I think one of the things we all look forward to is Sunday dinners at Pretty Lake where my parents live out there, and something we all have busy schedules. I've got a brother that lives in Charlotte, a sister that lives in Cleveland, and my other brother lives right in my backyard. My sister does too, but we all get together. We all spend time in holidays. We make the most of it. Our family as a whole has grown a ton. We've got all my nieces and nephews are getting married, and now they're having kids, and it's our whole family is expanding, and it's something that starts with the roots that my parents have instilled in all of us, and not just my parents, but Sherry, her parents too. They've been incredible supporters of ours through the years. When you're on the road and do these things, it's a challenge. There's a lot of uncertainties. I heard a lot of great speeches tonight. Tommy talking about you got to take a chance, you got to take risks and things like that. But there's nobody that has more sacrifice than the families of the anglers, and especially your wives and your children. I've got my two boys sitting right here, Jackson and Nicholas. They're crazy. They grew up on the tournament trail. They were born very premature. They were born at 15 weeks, and I was on my way, or I had a tournament coming at Lake Sinclair at the time when they were unexpectedly came into the world. I guess they just couldn't stand to not get out and see the world at the time, but that was one of the challenging, most toughest times in the whole world. And unless you've really experienced that, it's very hard to understand. And the only other people in this room that I know, anyways, are the Zomas. Because crazy thing is they experienced the same thing. They have twin boys, identical twin boys, born 15 weeks early. 2 years after ours were born, 15 weeks early. Both of our kids were in the same hospital, in the same NICU, taken care of by the same nurses, 2 years apart. Funny how the world works to bring people together. And you look here, you see the Zona boys, Hunter and Jacob, you see Jackson and Nicholas. There's some young men right there that love fishing, love the outdoors. Both of them are, they're in college now. They're all part of the college fishing program. A lot of great things going on there. but you know, they're growing up to be great young men. And to see this type of explosion in our sport, it's the greatest thing that I've been involved in my 28 years is for the future of fishing. There's so many positive signs. There's so many great things happening that it really warms my heart to know that it's something that I've been a part of and, you know, been able to make an impact on people. You know, when I started fishing, I never thought that people would chant my name or, you know, I don't call myself KVD or anything like that. It comes with a lot of responsibility, and you know, I've always worked hard to be that kind of person, try to be the role model for these kids, for these fans, for the adults, for the other people in the world that look up to me. You know, my dad took me to a baseball game, Detroit Tigers game, when I was a young kid, and I loved baseball, played baseball, and it was a doubleheader. Phenomenal day for me, and in between the games there were some players kind of warming up out there, and we tried to call them over to get them to sign a ball for me. There was nobody else around, and they wouldn't come over and sign that ball for me, and it crushed me. And I remember how I felt, and gosh, I can't tell you that I'm always perfect when it comes to taking care of fans, but you know, when I'm at the site, and that when I see somebody over there, you know, at the fence or looking like that, I remember how I felt that day. Always try to you know, be that role model, and it's something that I don't take lightly. You know, this career that I've had is incredible. You know, I've had so much fun. You know, my wife Sherry is probably the biggest reason that I've been successful. I'm good at fishing, but I'm not good at a lot of other things. She's you know, my business manager, she's the mother of our children, she makes everything happen at home, scheduling, and there's a whole bunch of you in this room that can tell you that nothing good happens unless you talk to her. And if you want to get something done, you get it through Sherry. And you know, she is the person that doesn't want to be in the limelight, she doesn't want to be on camera, she just wants to stand in the background and you know, make things happen. And she doesn't get enough credit for what she's done, who she is, and what she does. She cares more about other people than herself. She always puts other people first. She goes out of her way to do very generous things, and that's part of the sacrifice of being, you know, where we're at in this sport. Is a lot of times your family is the one to sacrifice, or your time is where you sacrifice. But you know, she does it unselfishly, and you know, she's the love of my life. The first tournament season that I had, where I had my first win, you know, she knew we dated for 5 years before that, what she was getting into, and yet we still married me. I don't know what she was thinking at the time, but we've been married, you know, for 25 years. We are 26 this year, and you know, we dated for a long time before that, and it's just one of those things that I look back now at all the time that I've had, and I just had so many incredible moments, things that happen for a reason, you know. And again, people taking a chance on me. You know, when I first started fishing, and it's just kind of a quick little story here towards the end, I didn't know any better that I wasn't supposed to go out and compete at the top of the world, or I didn't know any better about a lot of things. So when I first started fishing full time, I wanted to go out on the B.A.S.S tour. I wanted to spend my life savings. I had $20,000 in the bank. I wanted to go out and just see how bad Larry Nixon and Rick Clun and Danny Brower and Stacey King and all these guys were at the time. And we were in the fledgling start in the boat business at my brother's store at D&R Sports. Got into the marine business, and it was 1987 model year, started selling tracker boats. And I was fishing tournaments and that. Johnny, in 1989, bought Nitro from Alan Stenson. And I got a Nitro boat. I got one of the very first ones that was ever even produced from from Tracker Marine. And I started fishing, wanted to fish the invitationals, and at the time, Ham Hamburger was running the company. And this was a pivotal time in the industry. Nitro started the first true team group of fishermen. So back then, it was these white Nitros, and it was Rick Klein, and Larry Nixon, Tommy Martin, and Stacy King, Woo Daves, and Mastis, Penny Berryman, this great team of anglers. And heck, I wanted to go fish and win. So I went and I said, man, you guys need to sponsor me because I'm going to go out and fish the B.A.S.S tour, and I'm going to win. And Ham Hamburger at the time, I mean, he chuckled, and he looked at me and kind of laughed a little bit. He says, well, we just don't put anybody on a pro team. You have to prove yourself. And I kind of was really taken aback at it. And this was a pivotal point in my angling career. And I didn't really know what to say, but he kind of stood up and he looked. He said, let me tell you what. You go out and fish this season, your first year on the Bassmasters, and you do what you say, and he said, I'll put you on the Nitro Pro team. And lo and behold, I went and fished that first year. I won the points, Rookie of the Year, qualified for the Classic, and by God, I've been on the Nitro Pro team ever since. So, he was loyal to his word, and I appreciate the relationships that I've made in this industry. I have so many friends in this room, and so many friends, around the industry. A lot of great memories, a lot of great moments, and it's been an incredible ride. And as much as I'd like to say that I can do this forever, I know that my time in the industry is shorter than longer. But I do care about the future of it. I care that we have a strong, healthy industry, that we've got a lot of places. Because bass fishing today has never been better than what it is right now. I mean, you can say what you want to say. We've got a lot of concerns with invasives and things like that, but fishing today has never been better. And the signs for the future have never been better. And it's important to me to make sure that it's going to be that way for a long time. That being said, I think I still got a couple good casts left in me. So I've got that competitive drive. I love to compete. I love the tournaments. I love the camaraderie. It's the only sport that when you go out and compete, I can lay it all on the line. I can try to beat every one of these guys that I'm fishing to get on that day. But at the end of the day, when we come back in, we all get along. You don't see the Lions and the Bears having dinner together after a game, do you? See? And that's what's special about the people in this sport and in this industry, the competitors, the sponsors, the production people. I mean, everybody has that passion. I mean, and that's what it's about. That's what's unique about what we do, is there's no other sport, and that I know, this is all that I know, but there's no other sport that really has that, where everybody does it because they love it. And by God, if we can make a paycheck at it, that's incredible too. But in the end, there's nothing more important than family and true friends. And through all this, I have grown to have a really large family and a lot of true friends, and that's what I'm the most thankful for. So I appreciate this honor. It's nothing that I take lightly, and the work that everybody's done to get the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame here. I mean, when you walk into that room down there, it is. When I saw it last year for the first time, I was blown away. I mean, finally, our sport is getting the respect that it deserves. So I'm honored to be inducted tonight, and I thank you for all of your friendship and everything that anybody in this room. There's so many people that have done so much for me, and hopefully, I can return the favor. So thank you very much.